Allah says, Inna ma'al usri yusra, Inna ma'al usri yusra. Definitely there is relief after difficulty. Definitely there is relief after difficulty. He says in Surah Inshirah, Inna ma'al usri yusra, Inna ma'al usri yusra. The word ma'al means with, which means together. Allah could have said, Inna ba'dal usri yusra. Definitely there is relief after hardship. But instead he said, Inna ma'al usri yusra, Inna ma'al usri yusra. Definitely there is relief after with hardship. Definitely there is relief with hardship. He said with, not after. Ba'dal means after. So anytime anybody who has any difficulties, any trouble, since Allah says ma'al, which means with, it means right away. It means instantaneously it's going to happen. It's not going to happen like after a long, long time, because Allah said it twice, the same thing, to emphasize it, to make an emphasis that, look, with every hardship, there is going to be relief instantaneously, right away. It's not going to take a long, long time. That's why Allah says, ma'al, with, which means straightforward, right away. It's not going to be delayed. It's not going to take like a long, long time for it to happen. That's why, brothers and sisters, anytime you have any calamity or trouble or problem, always turn to Allah and always turn to Allah's word. The Quran is the word, it's the speech, it's the kalam of Allah. And the Quran, the whole book is words of Allah. So whatever Allah says, it's true. And Allah's promise is true. And Allah never breaks His promise, because in another surah, I believe Surah Rum, Allah says, Bi nasrillah yansuru ma yasha wa huwa al-azizur rahim. With Allah's help, He helps whom He wills, and He's the mighty, and He's the merciful. وعد الله لا يخلف الله وحده ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون. After binasrillah, the next verse Allah says, وعد الله is a promise of Allah. لا يخلف الله وحده, and Allah never breaks His promise. ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون, and only if they knew. So the promise of Allah is true, and Allah never breaks His promise. And this verse, if you have any difficulty, any trouble, you could say it, because with hardship there is always ease, and with every ease there's always going to be another ease, because with one hardship Allah will send two ease. That's what the ayah says. Anytime you have any difficulty, Allah will always replace the difficulty with two eases, because it's the word of Allah, and Allah's words are always the truth. So whenever you have trouble, whenever you have difficulty, use that those two verses, and believe me, Allah will do something. Even it could be in the worst of difficulties, and that difficulty doesn't go away completely. Whatever difficulty that you have, I don't know, but Allah will do something to ease the difficulty. And sometimes a lot of difficulties will completely go away. So something will happen when you use those verses, believe me. And Allah has the power to do anything and everything. To Allah belongs all the cure and the shifa. To Allah, He's the reliever of distress, and He's the giver of peace and tranquility. There's nothing Allah cannot do. Allah has power over everything. So always turn to Allah in distress and difficulty, and believe me, Allah will always help you, because there is nobody and no one better than Allah when it comes to help. And Allah has power, and Allah has might over everything. And Allah, if He wills, He could give you peace, and He can give you tranquility. That's Allah. Allah is Arhamur Rahimin. He's the most merciful of anybody who can give mercy. Nobody's mercy is more greater than Allah. Doesn't matter our parents, doesn't matter our brother, sister. Nobody's mercy, nobody's rahmah is bigger and greater than Allah. Allah is Arhamur Rahimin, the most merciful of all those who show mercy. And Allah will love you and give you mercy. And Allah will give you compassion. And Allah will give you sympathy, because Allah, the one who created us, He has to take care of us. And if Allah doesn't take care of us, nobody can take care of us. And Allah is Allah, because Allah's love is stronger than anybody's love, and Allah's power is greater than any power. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.